WIHAN has been given many chances to act like an adult, but continues to act like a newborn child. Marina tried to give Captain Jason some lip, and he nearly fired her on the spot, and Johnny and Alicia have their first kiss.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Lane.
Welcome to belowdeckperts. I just wanted to do that because every time you start your first one, she's like, you say it like a news broadcaster.
Yeah. I do.
Marina almost gets fired.
That is the cadence I use. I was wondering where that came from.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Belowdexperts, a sibling duo YouTube show where we recap current Below Deck seasons. Today, we are recapping Below Deck Down Under, Season 3, Episode 9, Foam Sick.
It's a good title.
Yeah. There was foam and someone
got sick.
puked off the side of the boat.
Yeah, they heard our complaints. They're like, you want simple? Here you go.
They should have named it Foam Puke.
Yeah. Some guy puked up some foam. Want to see?
Foam Puke. Okay. People loved when I said magicians last week,
did,
and I also randomly think about it and laugh.
Magicians?
Magicians have crazy drinking problems.
I mean, they probably do.
They probably do. Who knows? Every magician I've ever met seems like they've lived a life, so it's totally possible.
What is the expression? Ridden hard and put away wet was the expression I was thinking.
Whoa.
Of. Yeah. It's about, If you don't know, it's about saddles. It's a very weird
sweaty
saying.
butt saddles?
Yeah, sweaty butt saddles.
Is that what it means? How would they get wet?
I don't know, rain.
Ridden hard, well, butt sweat. Oh, okay.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Today we're talking about Marina's birthday party. God, you see this cat? He just touched my shoulder. I'm like, oh, get off me.
Got off me.
Marina's birthday party. Johnny and Alicia. Oh my God, this motherfucker. Back to the show. Marina's birthday party. Johnny and Alicia go on their first date, and Captain has to discipline the guests and Marina. Yikes.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was tough to watch. Very tough. Like,
ouchies.
What did I write? I wrote, I felt physical pain. Owie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
it's
one.
Like, you know what I compared it to? Like when I was watching it, it's like getting in trouble in school when you never get in trouble. Mm-hmm. Like I never got in trouble, but when I did get in trouble, I was like,
yeah.
And you don't mean to, because I really don't think she meant to. You know what I mean?
No, just the wrong thing to say at the wrong time.
Yeah. I need to go get the spray bottle. Don't come back now, year.
Don't come back now, year.
Okay, my question for you is, are we still holding out hope for a dare that she'll snap out of it, or do we abandon ship? But
That's good.
Thanks.
I like that.
Put a lot of thought into that
one. I think I still have a little sliver of hope.
Same.
That she's going to be like, wait a minute, this is stupid, bye.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the reason I still have that sliver is because of what he's doing with Zarina.
Yep.
I'm like, they're showing us this for a purpose. Mm-hmm. Because, like, I mean, we'll obviously get to it, but they literally kiss WIHAN in a dare. Mm-hmm. Not 5 minutes later, it seems to us, watching the show, Zarina's straddling him in the crew mess.
Yeah.
And like he's kissing her neck.
Nothing to stop it.
He's kissing her neck.
Yeah.
He's like not just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like if a dare walked in on that would be a problem.
Oh yeah. And Johnny was just standing there.
Johnny, okay. I don't hate Johnny. I do like him. But I don't know that we'd get along in person.
Really?
Because he's always kind of fucking off like WIHAN is. And he's always playing into it.
Yeah.
Like Harry doesn't. Harry doesn't like jump around and be stupid when he's actually supposed to be doing his job. Now, granted, I know you can have fun at your job, but we always kind of just see them just fucking off.
I think that he would be completely fine if he had a boss that was like, all right, this is screw around time, this is work time, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So he is just playing it a little bit more heavily to the side of like, let's screw around.
Yes, yeah, I agree. That's why I'm like, he seems. The reason I say I don't think we get along is I think he's a little immature.
Yeah.
So that's really the only reason. It's not like I think I'd hate him. I just don't think like turtle sex noises are funny.
Sometimes. Not then. I would, if I was in that room, I would leave because I thought those stews were going to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for a question?
I have a question.
I lost something once.
I lost something once. So I'm just going to read everything I typed.
Oh, no.
So Laura basically just tells Marina, you're going to stay on housekeeping because you're good at it. This is a super yacht, not fun time. Just do it. Mm-hmm. Did you kind of see this coming?
What? That Marina was always going to stay in?
Yeah.
Not really.
Really?
I wouldn't have predicted it at the beginning of the season.
Really?
Did you?
I just kind of got the feeling, I guess the question would be that Laura would react that way. I just kind of had the feeling she'd be like, yeah, it's working. Why would we change it?
Oh, yeah, I get that vibe from her. And I don't entirely disagree with her.
No, me neither.
It's work. Like, I get it if you, like we've seen before, like you want the experience, which I think Marina does. So I think that's a valid argument, but it is also your job. And like, if things are working, I'm not going to change them.
Yeah.
You know, like, what's the saying?
Don't fix what isn't broken.
Exactly. I don't even know where my mind went. That was not where it went. It was something like don't fix a moving ship that came to my mind. And I'm like, that makes no sense.
Makes a little sense.
A little. I mean, there's a lot we could unpack with it, and let's just not.
You know what? Let's get into it. Brad would claw his way into talking about that if he was on the show right now.
Oh my God. You guys want a fun fact about Brad? My recent annoyance with him. It's so minor that's why like we're good for each other because we don't ever actually get mad. We have been playing a lot of pickleball. We've been talking about that. And you will know what I'm going to say.
I already know.
Every time Brad messes up, like, you know, hits the ball into the net or out or whatever, he turns to either me or Lane and goes, it was my grip. I changed my grip. And I'm like, say you changed your grip one more time. Like, I don't care.
And like, I won't say annoying because it doesn't annoy me, but it's like, I want to be like, there's only two fucking grips.
Oh no, not to him. There's north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
There's European. There's Antarctic.
There's continental and eastern. Those are the only two you need. But he's like holding it like a ping pong paddle. He's like, one of the pros uses this grip. I'm like, they're professionals. I
know.
Don't know what to tell you.
I know. I'm like, I get, what did I say to him one time? I'm like, I get it. You just don't have to say it out loud every time. And the more you overanalyze it, it's a disservice because you should just do it. Like, just, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won't keep going into pickleball. Before we get into the episode, though, sorry, guys. Nathan and Gail are having a baby.
Oh, was that what that was? I thought they were getting married.
Oh, my God. You didn't even click on it when I sent it to you.
I looked at the picture.
Oh, my God. No, they're having a baby.
Dang.
I know.
On a boat?
In the middle of the ocean?
In the middle of the ocean?
That's wild. I would never have guessed that.
No.
But I would never guess anybody that has met on Below Deck would like get married and have kids.
Or even talk to each other after the show.
Right.
It's so funny. Like the last season, we had like all these couples like leave the boat together, and the end episode was just like, they dated for a little bit and now they don't talk to each other. It's like, why?
Right. Like,
why even tell me?
Exactly. Like, we never expected them to like still be together. Maybe some people do expect that, but not us.
Yeah, maybe that made some people cry. I don't know. Probably.
I did kind of want Daisy and Keith to be together.
Yeah.
But I knew it probably wasn't going to happen.
Nah.
All right, let's start the episode. So we start with Zarina and Lara talking with Vihan. He's coming up with more excuses. he basically says, I'm going to do whatever I want and I don't care what you have to say about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically it. Which, I mean, we didn't expect any different.
Yeah, and he's basically just saying, like, I'm too busy to do that or anything you're telling me I should do, and I'm too busy for this right now. And they're like, what do you mean?
Right.
What do you have to do?
But in the next breath, he'll be like, well, because like when he gets accused of like messing around, well, I mean, we don't have a lot to do at that point.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever fits.
I know, and I really wish Laura would have like caught that and been like, "What do you mean you have nothing to do?"
Yeah.
And then that would have backtracked into, "Well, we have things to do, but we don't have things to do. I don't want to do what you want to tell me."
Yes, I'm just not going to listen to you.
Yeah. And he does a thing that like politicians do. They were talking to him about something and he's like, "Well, I just don't get like when we're working and we need something to drink and we come in to fill up our water bottles, why that's such a big issue."
Yes.
A total misdirect.
Yep.
Like this is one problem.
One
that
tiny
isn't
thing
a
that
problem.
happens. Yep.
One tiny thing that happens that I have the moral high ground on that I want to talk about.
Yep. Yep.
And I was like,
it's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Those are the people you can't argue with because they're always going to find a little thing like that. They're always going to sidestep. So you can't even really, you just, it's a waste of your time to argue with those people.
Yeah. And then he's like, I manage my team a certain way and we have fun. And I wrote, yeah, Laura's right. He doesn't know what management means.
No.
There's no fucking way.
No, because yeah, he doesn't. So then the next scene we see is Harry talking with Zarina about like
Oh yeah.
something like had to do with Bree, and she's like, the Harry that you don't want your mom to see needs to come out, and I'm like, you're right, Zarina.
Yeah. What a solid piece of advice.
Yep. She said dirty Harry, and I was like, that's also pretty clever.
That is pretty clever.
Not gonna lie.
But yeah, that would definitely be, I'd be like that too, where I'm like, I know everybody I know is going to watch this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think you would care more than me. Yeah, you'd probably care more than me.
Probably.
Back in the day, obviously, like before I got married.
Yeah.
If I was married, that's a whole different story. So then Alicia and Johnny are going on their date.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Harry and Lara prepping the guest room with rose petals, and she's like, he's like making a heart, and he's like, "Is that too much?"
Yeah.
Like the rose petals were fine, but making them into a heart's too much.
That's just when you're nervous
Yeah.
and you're panicky about everything.
Is she gonna think that means I love her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you forget like her best friend on the boat is helping you do this.
Right.
Like she knows a lot more than you do.
Right. So true. Let's see. So then, yeah, they go on their date. Well, Johnny and Alicia go on their date, and then everybody else has Marina's birthday. And did you notice they did the dinner theme, Marina's birthday, like they do? And I was like, that's so adorable.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know. I feel like Lara, like, I'm going to give her credit because I feel like this was all her.
Yeah.
Like, she planned it all. But I was so jealous because of those sushi boats.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
It's been a while since I've had sushi.
we should go.
We should.
We could go. You know what sucks is like Sundays are our only days and they're closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
Maybe Saturday night, depending.
Yeah.
Or Friday night. You're always busy Friday night,
Yeah.
so that kind of takes that out. Anyway, the sushi boats, that's basically all there was at Marina's birthday. There's a storm that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. Did they not know that was coming?
Yeah. Or like, did they just spray the boat with a hose? I don't know.
I was like, that looks like a storm you'd like anticipate. Like, I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, like a storm you would at least hear about.
Right.
You know?
But then to ruin a perfectly good night, we have to listen to VHAN.
Yeah. I was like, why? Why do I have to see this? I don't want to see this.
He goes, "Have you ever seen a girl this gorgeous?" I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I'm like,
Because guess what? You tried out 2 other girls before you got to her. So is she, I was like, number 3 on his list. Wait,
Yeah.
somebody else said number 3 on his list.
Adair did.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's why we're holding out hope for her a little bit.
Yeah. She's showing signs.
Why though, Adair? It's so much, you can do so much better.
Yeah, she could. Tyler's waiting in his jacked up F-150.
Tyler.
Just waiting for
Kyle.
Kyle.
Kyle's more of a... Kyle's like the number one Monster Energy drink name.
Yeah, but most of the time Kyle can't afford a truck.
Well...
He's riding a BMX bike.
Well, a lot of these guys can't afford trucks. They just take out $70,000 loans.
True.
Could you imagine taking a $70,000 loan out on a car? Oh my God.
Wouldn't even know how.
I can't imagine because I don't know how.
Because I don't know where money comes from.
So then Johnny and Alicia come back during the dinner, and then they don't go out, which is weird. I thought they were going to, but they end up just going to the hot tub and they play Truth or Dare. And I was like, Truth or Dare never goes well.
No.
Remember last season when, who was it that was like, let's say something mean to each other.
Oh, yeah.
And
Danny.
oh,
yeah.
Hey, guys, I have a great idea. Let's be mean to each other. And I'm going to take it super personally.
All right. So here's the game. We all hurt each other's feelings. And I get offended.
And no one else is allowed to.
No one else gets offended. Just me.
But basically the only thing that happens is Alicia and Johnny kiss, which is cute. And then I said, Adair kisses Vihan. Ew.
Yeah. Gross.
Cute. Ew. Don't want to see that.
No. Maybe he'll get fired.
I think Captain Jason's a little on his...
He's a little testy this episode.
He is.
Yeah.
I did not see him enjoy anything this episode.
No.
He was having a bad day
He
or a
was.
bad couple days. Oh, we did see him stretching.
Did we?
Very briefly, he was stretching in the captain's room.
Sure.
What would you call it? Where the steering wheel is?
Yeah, the steering wheel room.
The captain's steering wheel room.
I can never remember the name of it.
I can't either.
It's the
Okay, let me
it'll
Google
hit
it.
me.
I have to Google something every episode.
It's
What
true.
is the room with the steering wheel on a boat?
the head.
Oh God. Oh, the bridge.
Bridgehead.
First it said cockpit, and I was like, that's not it. Or the wheelhouse. Bridge or wheelhouse.
Yeah.
We forgot that. It is definitely the bridge, because they say, come to the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Harry shuts the door on the guest room. Time to get serious.
Yeah, and they like keep playing the audio. I'm like, please stop.
Wait, I
don't
didn't
wanna
even
hear
notice that they did that.
Yeah, I mean they just have like a conversation, but I'm like, I don't
need that.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
Okay, and then when that happens, we go to...
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you could have easily missed this.
Yeah.
Because it was very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Vihan and Johnny. And Vihan goes, I don't know what she's doing with a guy like that, like a wimp. How dare you call someone else a
dare you.
wimp? I could push you over with my foot.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, what? And then, and that's why I go back to, I don't know about Johnny, because I think he's also kind of a follower. That's the vibe I get.
Yeah.
Because he didn't say anything about that. Like, what the fuck? Like, you literally just said something shitty about Harry, and you've, like, been his friend this whole time.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Because I had the same thoughts, but he's also rooming with him.
His supervisor.
And he also just said, like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Obviously he didn't say much, but I'm like, ooh, you do not talk shit about Harry.
No, and I was thinking about it. I would probably say the same thing and just be like, yeah, I don't know. And then just kind of roll over.
But I think then in your interview, this motherfucker's going to go behind me again.
Mm-hmm.
In your interview, it'd be like, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and maybe he did, and they just didn't put it in there.
Could be, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, I wrote, WIHAN, you want to catch these hands talking about my boy Harry like that? Fuck you.
Exactly. I think Bree could beat him up.
Yeah, easily.
I'd put money on anybody on that boat beating Vihan up.
Yeah. A heavy suitcase.
Heavy suitcase.
A half full trash can. Any of the hoses.
The slide.
The slide. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would take him out.
That might kill him.
Yeah. Okay, but then next morning, Harry and Bree, sparks are flying.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't hurt Harry with a baseball bat that morning.
So that's cute. I mean, that's kind of where we leave it for this episode, because then we get into the next charter.
Yeah.
Preference sheet meeting. The only thing I wrote down was they want to arrive on jet skis, ?
That's what I wrote down, too.
Like, it just seems unnecessary. I think they wanted it for the content, obviously. Yeah. But I'm like, what do they do with the luggage? Do they just...
Oh, you don't care about that when you're rich.
That's true. You don't think about those things. I wish I was rich enough to not think about those things.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. That's a pretty cool way to do it. Because, like, say Captain wanted to stay out at anchor, so that's your only option. Either...
Well, they always pick them up on a boat.
Yeah.
Or not always, I guess. But sometimes they pick them up on a tender.
Yeah, so either ride in the tender or drive a jet ski. I'm driving the jet ski.
That's true, now that you put it that way. I haven't drove a jet ski. I think I've driven one before, but it's been a long, long time. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think I've only driven one, and I might not have driven that one either.
I just want it to be summer. And oh, speaking of, I'll tell you this after. Nobody's gonna care about that. Okay. Remind me to tell you.
All right.
So WIHAN and Lara are talking about Adair's schedule. And basically, Lara's just in control of it because he doesn't know how to do it.
Yep.
And he actually kind of submits. And I think Lara did it, like, strategically that way, where she made it seem like it was his idea. Because if it was her idea, he'd be like, no, I'll do it. And he doesn't know how to do it.
So he wouldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think she actually did a good job by, like, it's like how you deal with people like that, where you make it seem like it's their idea.
Yeah. And it's like whatever they're getting out of it, you make it seem like, damn, you're getting a good deal out of me.
Yes.
You swindler.
And he's like, yes.
He's like, yep, I did that.
Okay, so then, like Lane said at the beginning, Marina is in housekeeping again, and Adair is kind of like giving her input, and I was like, girl, be quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I, in that moment, was like, oh, that has nothing to do with you. I think you should just not say anything.
Are you talking about Captain? And...
No, I'm talking about when they were deciding who's doing what. When Lara was like, you're in housekeeping again, Marina.
Oh, yeah.
And Adair's there folding like sheets or something or towels. And she's like, well, I think that's kind of messed up, like in so many words. And I'm like, girl, stop. Like, I don't think she meant anything by it. I think she was literally just kind of like talking like out loud or thinking out loud. But
yeah,
Lara was like, it's my job, not yours.
Yeah, it could be an American thing. Like, we just say something outlandish, but we know that we're not going to do anything. You know?
Maybe. Southern American?
Yeah.
No, Southern United Statesian?
Sure.
How would you say that? From the South, but then there's South America. It's really confusing.
From the South of America.
From the South of the United States.
South of the Mason-Dixon.
Okay, let's see. And then, I thought this was funny. This was also a really quick thing. So the guests come up on the jet skis or whatever, and Zarina's like, they don't look anything like their Photoshopped pictures. Which is so true. Like, no shade. Like, but you have to realize that, like, all of these influencers don't look like that in real life.
No.
Like, they could be pretty and attractive, but not like the pictures.
No, not at all.
So I just thought that was funny.
That is funny.
So then these charter guests, though, okay, I will say they are adrenaline junkies, but I will say what they did is exactly what I would do. I would be like, go get my swimsuit on, immediately start getting in the water and doing all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't even, like, talk shit because, like, I wouldn't be doing anything crazy dangerous, like how Captain has to kind of, like, tell them, like, hey, that's a little dangerous, don't do that. But I would immediately be like, okay, bye, like, give me, like, one drink and then I'm out in the water. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna, like, sit around. Nope, I need to be in that water, especially if it's a nice day.
Yeah, and you wouldn't jump off, like, the second story of the boat or whatever. Or, like...
I would only do it if they said I could.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't do, like... I think he yelled at them because they were, like, jumping too close to the jet skis or something.
Well, he jumped out off of the boat before anyone was like ready for them to get in the water.
Okay.
So he was mad at that. And then the second thing that Captain had to talk to him about was everyone was on like the floating docks, and someone on a jet ski came up and did like a drift in the water and sprayed everybody.
That's what I saw.
It was like too close.
Yeah, I get that. So, and then Zarina makes the comment, I'm going to feed these guests like wealthy Russians. And I'm like, I want to be fed like a wealthy Russian. That's my, I'm adding that to my like charter list. Mm-hmm. Wealthy Russian dinner.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be good. Mm-hmm. Like the best steaks, the best lobster.
Just a big old steak and a bunch of lobster. That's really all I want in life.
That's what I was going to say. I don't even need any sides.
No.
Protein.
Yeah, keep your carrots.
What would you add to that to make it? What would be like a really fancy side dish? I don't even know.
Some really good mac and cheese.
That's such an American thing.
That's all I'm thinking about
right now. I know.
Now.
Whenever I think of side dish, immediately go to mac and cheese or mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't mind mashed potatoes, except for I don't know if I'd want mashed potatoes on a hot summer day.
No.
Give me some chili on a hot summer day.
Yeah, really get my internal temp up.
Oh, man. So, then we're at the point where Marina makes the comment.
Oh,
okay.
tough.
Do you want to like go over exactly what happened? Do you have it?
I do. But I think I'm a little further ahead. Give me a second.
Okay. Because basically, I guess I can do it. It's really not that big. It's not very long. It's like one comment. Marina's in the galley and Zarina's in there. So it's Zarina, Marina, and then the captain comes in and he makes a comment like that he was like hungry, that he needed to eat or something. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh yeah, when you get hungry, you get micromanaging. Oh,
yeah. Okay. She says, you get cranky and start micromanaging everyone. And he goes, don't ever talk to me like that again. She's like, never again. Sorry.
And I was like, oh.
I'm like, oh, that's going to keep you up for a while.
Yep, that would keep me up all night.
Yep.
Swear to God. I would be like writing him an apology letter. Like, but then I'd be like, is that too desperate? He's going to hate me even more.
Yeah, he's the type of person, like, you don't need to say sorry. If you never do it again, that's good.
I know, but that wouldn't be good enough for me.
It's not good enough for a Midwestern.
No, God, no.
You
especially a goody two-shoes like me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But I'm glad that it didn't become more than that. It was just like one quick, like...
Yeah. And it was also like, I don't think she fully meant it, but there was a little bit behind it.
Yeah.
So it was just a little too much at the wrong time.
I think what happened was she was a little bit like on edge because of being a little bit mad about being in housekeeping. I think if she was happy, quote unquote, she wouldn't have said that. Mm-mm. It's like just a terrible combination.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're basically at dinner. They're having a wig party. I like this idea. Very low stakes, like you can wear whatever you want, but you're just wearing a silly wig. Mm. Oh, you already know this too, that Chelsea, Kara, and I are buying hats for each other. Oh, I don't think they watch this because I want to say what hat it is. I don't think...
No, there's no way.
There's no way either one of them watch this.
No.
So my friends and I are going to Key West, which I think I've said before. It's later this month. I'm so freaking pumped. I think about it every day. We were like, let's do something weird. We were going to like maybe dress up for a night out, but then we just decided that we were going to buy each other hats and like... It's kind of like you've seen those videos where people buy each other shirts. Mm-hmm. We just decided to go with hats because I was like, I think that's a little bit more low stakes. You can wear it. It's going to be hot.
You can resize a hat.
Yeah. So the one I bought, I forget what it was. Which one did I decide on? Definitely going to clog your toilet later.
Yeah, that's what it was. Or probably going to clog your toilet later.
I'm so excited. But I'm also thinking like, maybe one of them also got that one.
There's a chance.
Because it's so funny.
But we think that every year for White Elephant, that everybody else bought this one thing I did. Like, I thought everyone bought that. No one did. And it was awesome.
Close, though, because I bought the chickens. Yeah. That are hanging in your house.
That's true.
Close, but not the same.
Close, but no cigar.
But I thought that one was so funny because it's not like... Because some of them were, like, kind of, like, gross. Mm-hmm. It's like the perfect amount of gross and funny.
What, the one you...
The one I picked.
Yeah.
Some of them go over the edge, though.
It's like two chickens, like, looking at you like they want to fight you.
No, I'm talking about the hat.
Oh, the hat. I was like, why are you getting so deep on the chickens? But, okay. I'm like, where did the gross chickens come from at Hobby Lobby?
No, the hat.
Oh, okay.
Makes more sense.
Makes a lot more sense, yeah.
But anyway, I'll update you guys when, after the trip happens. So it'll be like the first episode in May, which I don't even know. We might be on a new season by then. Who knows?
Could be.
But I'll update you guys on what the hats are because I'm so excited. But anyway, going back to my original point, they did the wig party. I was like thinking we should maybe... That would be a good idea too for us to do, like just wigs.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Except for you can't find any good wigs unless you pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
Amazon wigs suck.
Yeah. I never get any of my wigs from Amazon.
No. And I watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and they talk about the nice wigs.
Mm-hmm.
Real human hair, hundreds of dollars.
They
Crazy.
make them out of real hair.
Sometimes. There's also like different types of feathers that are more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So like, shoot, what was the most cheap? Like chicken feathers or something, or like you can tell you're wearing chicken feathers. That's cheap.
Mm.
But then I don't know what the nice feathers are. I'm gonna Google that.
Hawk
While I Google it, you talk about dinner.
Dinner was yet again chicken. We can't get away from chickens right now. Chicken, roasted carrots, and caviar. She was basically just like, yeah, give them chicken and caviar. They're rich. And they loved it. Don't give me a bird on a boat.
Wait, what was the dinner?
The first, course was chicken, carrots, and caviar.
What? I didn't even notice that. I noticed the caviar. I didn't notice the chicken.
Yeah, and then the big one that you probably remember was Wagyu filet with local lobster and truffle sauce.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
So nice.
That's my last meal.
We're both so broke right now that like I'm gonna end up eating like let me actually think what I'm gonna eat for dinner. Probably like spaghetti with ground turkey.
Ground chicken with a buffalo noodle packet.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, wealthy Russian dinner. That's great.
And she really is just sticking to like, I'm gonna make kind of the same meals for every single
Which
guest.
we've said before is what you should do.
Yeah,
If
it makes the most sense.
If you perfected something, why change it?
Yeah.
It's different people.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why captains were so weird about it in the past, where they're like, every new set of guests needs new food.
They
like,
don't
that
know.
Only had to have been for the show.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason not to do the same meal for every group that you've perfected, like you just said.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll never know. Yeah, it's literally just got to be for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have an update on the feathers. Somebody asked feathers snobbery, and this is in the RuPaul's Drag Race Reddit thread, so you know it's legit. Okay, somebody goes, this is complicated. Chicken feathers are considered a lower quality feather. They're in abundance and widely available due to their lower cost. You often see chicken feathers in costume shops because they're cheap. Ostrich feathers are of much higher quality, and because of this come with a much higher cost. So that's what I was thinking of. So I was right with the chicken feathers.
Mm-hmm.
But the experienced drag queens know the difference between chicken feathers and ostrich feathers.
Of course.
Crazy, right? I would have never known.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're basically almost done.
I think I would know the difference between a chicken and an ostrich.
Not if you saw like a feather boa. I didn't even catch it until I was halfway through my sentence.
That made it even funnier.
Okay. I said, ew, no, WIHAN and Adair kiss more. I don't want to see that. Don't show me.
Don't show me.
Take notes. I don't want to see that anymore.
Yeah, go back and re-edit the episodes.
Yeah, I know you guys. I know Bravo's listening,
yeah.
Okay?
Steal all our shit all the time.
Right? We are very popular.
Yeah. We know people.
Okay, so that was when they kiss, and then like in the next scene we see Zarina straddling him.
Yeah.
So I was like, I said this may be his downfall.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Then they have the foam party. I said, damn, that does look pretty fun.
It does. But I feel like, and this is a very weird thought, my brain would tell me I'm floating and I would fall down.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Especially if you were like a little drunk too.
Yeah.
Like sober, you'd be fine. But drunk, you would be like, I can float on this, and then you'd like jump up and like try to float and be like,
you'd never see me again.
Like it's like how you imagine a cloud. Mm-hmm. You're like, I can lay on a cloud, but it's literally just air.
Yeah, we've fallen through clouds before.
Oh my God, don't remind me. I had to have told that story on here before. Yeah. I'm not
I remember putting in the picture.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not going to tell it again. Mm-hmm. I said, that's a lot of foam, and now a guy's puking off the side.
Yeah, and it was like, you remember the kid in high school that every morning at 10:30 the nurse would call him and he'd have to go take his Adderall? That was that kid that ate the foam. That was the kid.
Okay, my question is, was it the foam or was he just drunk?
I doubt it was the foam.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, who... If it was the foam, I have so many questions.
Yeah, what the hell's in that?
Why are you eating it?
Yeah, first of all, why are you fucking eating it? Second, no, I think he was
just drunk.
Ate a bunch of food, drank a bunch of liquor, was jumping around.
Yes.
What's going to happen?
Yes.
You're going to puke off the side of a boat.
Yes. I think that's more likely. But if it was him eating the foam, I do have some follow-up questions. But I chalked it up of like exactly what you said. A lot of alcohol, a lot of food, jumping.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It was just a couple of guys that showed up on a boat with a foam machine. They could have put anything in there.
That's true. It was so much foam.
It was a lot.
Like, that's the only type of foam party. It puts the other foam party in the pool.
Oh, yeah. The one that it was just like spitting out a little bit of foam. Yeah.
Okay. So then they have the foam party, goes great. They all go to bed. Johnny is left to clean up the foam. And that's a lot of foam to clean up.
That's a lot.
Like, and also you probably don't have like protocol of like how to clean up foam.
No.
So it's not just like cleaning off the deck. Like you have to like, I don't even know how you would do that. You almost have to wait for it to kind of go down.
Yeah, I think he was just spraying it, and I think that was helping.
Yeah, but it took him like 3 hours.
Yeah, it took him a while, yeah.
And then he doesn't get to certain things on the list of to do overnight or whatever, because he was overnight.
Mm-hmm.
It was too much. And then my next note is just like more mismanagement by WIHAN, because like Johnny tells him, so I think WIHAN and Harry both got up early. Like by like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny communicates like, hey, I wasn't able to do this stuff because I was literally cleaning this foam the whole time, which is like not his fault.
Yeah, so I think he wrote most of it on the board, and then when he was going to bed, WIHAN was getting up and he said, hey, I forgot to write this down.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, but then we see the breakfast area. So it's 9:00. It's like 8:55. The guests are like up. They're going to have breakfast. We see the fact that like certain things weren't cleaned in the breakfast area. And Lara like basically calls them out. Like, why isn't this cleaned? And he's like, oh, well, Johnny had to clean the foam. Luna's rolling around on the ground. I don't know if you can hear her. You could definitely probably hear her. She's like,
little gremlin.
So Lara's like, why isn't this done? And he's like, oh, well, Johnny couldn't do it. And she's like, yeah, but you got up at 7 and it's 9.
Yeah.
And I was like, good call, girl.
Well, and that's literally all she says. She's just like, she has like 2 points. 1, you should have done this earlier. 2, don't do it now. The guests are going to sit here in 3 minutes.
Right.
Like, don't do it right now.
What does he do?
Run straight to Captain.
Yep. I said, you freaking baby.
Such a baby.
Because this is the first time they have him caught in something that's very concrete.
Yes.
Like, you can't use the foam excuse because you've been up for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
and he went to bed early. He didn't help Johnny.
He didn't help Johnny. Yep. Which he probably could have helped him for like an hour.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like something. She's staring at me. I wish you guys could see what I could see right now. She's so cute. So he goes to Captain, and he's trying to throw Harry under the bus.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. He basically is just like, Laura's saying all this stuff, and it's Harry's fault anyway.
Yeah.
1, never say that as a manager. 2, you're a manager.
Right.
And 2, fuck you.
And Captain immediately is like, don't throw anybody under the bus.
Yeah, even if it is their fault.
Right.
No, don't do that.
Because, like, I think what we're going to see, because this is where we're basically going to pick up next week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys can see Luna. She's trying to get up here, which is perfect. We have like 2 minutes left. She's getting antsy. Like, he didn't even preface it with, like, this is what's happening. He was like, this is this person's fault and this person's fault. Like,
yeah.
As a captain, I'd be like, why are you here?
It was basically like, well, it was Harry's fault and Laura's going to yell at me.
Yeah. And I'm
it's
coming
like,
to you before they can do that.
And yeah, you can just tell Captain's like literally has the body language of why the fuck are you here?
Right.
He's just doing what he was doing when he walked in.
Yeah.
And he's basically just like, I don't want to deal with this. Why are you talking to me?
Yeah. So that's where we end basically. Yeah. So the coming up on, we see Vihan and Harry catfighting.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I threw in catfighting because it wasn't a real fight. It was like just like being mean to each other.
Yeah, it was we saw like 3 seconds of it.
Right.
But it seemed like Harry said like one little thing and then WIHAN like overreacted.
Yeah.
And was like, no, shut up, get out of here.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, talk like a person.
Here, I'm going to put Luna up here so you guys can see her. And then the other thing I have is Johnny punches a wall.
Yeah, Johnny goes off. And they made it seem like Brianna was crying because of it.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I just wrote down, oh no, I just hit something on my mic. I think it's fine. Yeah, I just have he punches a wall. Oh yeah, maybe I did see somebody crying. I didn't pick up that it was Brie.
Yeah, I think if I had to guess, I think it's WIHAN and Harry are bickering, going back and forth, and Johnny doesn't like it, so then he gets mad.
I don't think that's it, but we'll see. I truly have no idea.
Yeah.
I think if he were to get mad like that, it would have to have something to do with like Alicia.
Could be.
Maybe
WIHAN.
Yeah, it's got to
with her.
Oh, God. So, anyways, that's basically that was it for like the coming up on. Let's hope Vihan gets fired next episode.
Yeah, maybe like first. Well, he won't because we see him in the coming up on. Damn it.
So, anyway, we'll see. We're definitely not Team Vihan. Every episode, we get farther and farther away.
We do.
We were so wrong.
I was thinking about we should get like a tier list, and we should have all of like the crew members' faces, and we could like Velcro them on like
our predictions, and then throughout the season we move them around.
Yeah,
we like rank them throughout the.
That
would be cool.
Like a tier list, like A tier, B tier, C tier,
or like just ranking by number.
Yeah.
Like, this is my number 1, this is my number 8, or whatever
we could do whatever we
could do
want.
whatever. This is our show.
It's our show.
Yeah. But if we do that, we either have to do it over here and replace I refuse to become a nugget, or we have to do it virtually.
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
They're going to tell us they want us to do it on the wall, probably. But then is it going to have to be... It's not going to be inverted, then, if it's on the wall.
No,
fine, right?
Because you can read.
Obviously, you can read refuse to become a nugget. Great sign. Okay, what's the secret word?
Boop. The secret word is don't fix a boat while it's moving.
It's kind of close to mine. I was going to say sushi boat.
That too.
Oh, Thor just growled. The animals are getting restless. I do like that one, though. Say it again. What is it? Don't fix a boat.
Now it's don't fix a sushi boat while it's moving.
Ooh, that's a good, that should be our tagline for the show.
Yeah.
Don't fix a sushi boat while it's moving. And you'll only know if you're like an OG real listener that listens to the end.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thor. All right, guys, the animals are getting crazy. We got really lucky this
We
episode,
did.
honestly. I don't
I
know
kinda
if you've
forgot.
seen Peanut over here. You probably can't see him, but you can see his paw on my arm. He's actually been good over here too. So
Yeah, I kind of forgot they were in here.
amazing. All right, guys. We love you. Thank you so much. Subscribers are still going up, so welcome to all of our new people. If you made it this far, you are already an OG in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so keep liking, sharing, subscribing, all that stuff.
Yeah, and thank you.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you next week.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.